Lazarus, an anime hyped to the heavens, directed by Shinichirō Watanabe, the legendary director that made Cowboy, Bebop and Samurai Champloo, animated by Studio Mappa and backed by a score from Flying Lotus. Yo, it had everything to be successful. This was supposed to be the next big thing. But what did we get? We got one of the most painfully disappointing anime experiences I've ever sat through. For real, it hurts. So today we're diving into why. Why is Lazarus just overhyped? Why didn't it live up to the expectations? And why is it one of the biggest flops in recent anime history? Let's do this. So let's start with what's made Lazarus so exciting in the first place. First of all, is Watanabe's name. His name alone brings people to come and watch whatever project it is. Mappa, we all know Mappa. Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man. Who doesn't know Mappa if you watch anime? And Flying Lotus, they were set to drop the next level soundtrack. And I think that's one of the things the anime does get right. Like the soundtrack, the music is always nice. Like every scene, like the different type of, music. And the intro, it's nice. And then it dropped. And it was made. Lazarus is so made. It's worse than made sometimes. For real, it's crazy. Visually, it's nice, sure. It looked very good in the trailers and they didn't disappoint. That's where the budget kind of stopped. The episodes feel like 80% recycled assets and 20% flashy distractions, for real. The story, don't get me started, bro. The story, I have no idea what the story is. Like, it has a basic story, of course, but like, it doesn't lead anywhere. It doesn't interest you, for real. The biggest issue with Lazarus is simple. The plot is a bit trash. Let me break it down for you. So we've got a near future setting where humanity is on the brink. Some shadowy group wants to control the world through synthetic enlightenment. Okay? That kind of thing. And our protagonist is some washed up anti-hero with a past that's so vague. It might be a blank paper. I'm not even joking. Till today, Axel is the only thing I know about Axel is he was experimented on in prison, and that's all. Throughout the whole story, that's basically it. It throws every cyberpunk cliche at you and hopes that you'll be distracted by the neon lights. Hey, look at the pretty lights. But there's no depth, It's lazy exposition, characters introduced just to die. Philosophy, it's trying to be philosophical sometimes, but then it doesn't pay off and it doesn't even interest you. It's just some of it, yeah, but most of it, not really. It wants to be deep, but it's about as shallow as a kiddie pod in the desert. I'm being honest, for real. The characters are a complete disaster. Lazarus doesn't just fail with the plot. The characters are as bland as white bread. I'm being honest. Our protagonist is basically the stoic Blade Runner knockoff, kind of, mumbles philosophical nonsense sometimes, while staring into the rain. Then he's always, he's the typical cool guy, he can fight, he's acrobatic, he's like his fucking spider monkey, for real, the way he jumps everywhere. But then side characters are like copy and paste. They're like cardboard cutouts. It's crazy. It's genuinely crazy, for real. We have the cyber ninja girl, with trust issues, the tech geek who hacks the world, the emotionless corporate villain who just does what he wants. Yo, for real, that assassin guy, that guy pissed me the fuck off, bro. First of all, I was so pissed. First of all, they added him in the end, then brought off some bullshit plot line of the Hunlun, something like that, of like a secret organization of assassins. I was like, where did this even come from? Like, what is this? There was no foreshadowing, nothing, At least you could have done something maybe from the beginning. Axel would be seeing some dreams or something. Like, nothing. They just dropped him towards the end of the show. What am I supposed to do with this? Like, then, bro, for somebody that's supposed to be a quiet assassin, this guy was just dropping grenades throughout the whole fight. I'm not even bullshitting. I'm not joking. Just land here, throw a grenade, boom. I'm like, are you not supposed to be like covert? People are not supposed to find you. You're supposed to be quiet and silent like an assassin. This is supposed to be an undercover job, and you're just throwing grenades everywhere. What is this? Or the cartoonishly evil Russian guy, yeah, he was the one that it was kind of like an olden cartoon kind of villain, like I'm the bad guy. I was like, bro, come on, man. What is this? Why is this writing so shallow? Like, I don't get it. You could replace a lot of the characters with cardboard cutouts and there would be no difference. I'm not even bullshitting you. Yo, now let's talk about like how Lazarus tries to distract you. Flying Lotus gives us a banger soundtrack. That's it. Then the animation and the fight scenes, yup, that's where the budget goes to. It's beautiful. Sometimes when you're seeing them on the ocean, like when they were on that mission, when they were going to find some clues, you know, they were on the ocean, the beaches, the cities, the dark neon lights. It's absolutely beautiful. It's nice to look at. The show throws music at you every few minutes, you know, like it's trying to hypnotize you into thinking something important is going to happen. You know, the visuals are shiny, you know, but the style and the substance is just noise in the background. Honestly, this show could have been a 2-hour plus movie and there would be no difference. You could remove, like, let me not even bullshit, like maybe 6-7 episodes from this show and there would be no difference. I'm for real. I'm being so for real. The show has so much wasted potential, you know. That's what really hurts, you know, because Lazarus could have been something actually great, you know. It had the ingredients, you know, it had the money and it had the talent, proven talent. But it forgot some of the, one of the most important things is the story. You know, the story is what makes the show. The world building is so mid. Like, I'm being honest, you know, the pacing is all over the place. It feels like the show is trying to be multiple things at the same time. Some episodes it wants us to be all philosophical, you know, our place on the world, how we treat the earth, you understand, how we connect with people. Then some episodes it feels like it's trying to be like a CI, you know, like a CSI Miami kind of stuff, you know, an undercover cop movie, you understand, trying to get clues, solve the riddles. Then some episodes it feels like it's just trying to be Cowboy Bebop, you know, like, you know, swashbuckling, swinging from building to building. Yo, for real, Axel sometimes feels like a spider monkey the way he jumps, like it's crazy. Like, for real, it's just action-packed, you understand? So he's trying to be like 3 or 4 different things at the same time, and it absolutely hurts the story. You know, it feels like they just put too many cooks in the kitchen and then they just ruin the whole food, you understand? It's just a bland waste of time. It feels like it was a passion project forced into production schedule, you know, into a production that it wasn't ready for. So, is Lazarus the worst anime ever? Of course not. No, I see some videos say, no, it's not. Come on. It's not that bad. But it's one of the most disappointing, I would say, in the last few years, which is very painful because I really wanted to love this anime. From the trailers, I was looking forward to it so much, bro. And then I watched it episode by episode every month. What am I watching? I kept hoping. I was delusional. I was hoping that something was going to happen, you know, like, you know, something. Then okay, some episodes, something will happen. You're like, okay, yeah, next week we're gonna, you know, pick up from where we left off, you know, keep it moving. No, like 2-3 episodes, you know, after that, it's just bland and leads nowhere. It's proof that a big name doesn't mean a good story, which is painful because a lot of times these bad stories, you can see a director that has been making bangers. It's one miss that just harms their reputation, which is very painful. You know, I hope it doesn't to Watanabe. I hope he comes back with some heat later on. You know, the gorgeous animation can't save poor writing, and that is if you want just some, you know, if you just want some eye candy to watch, for real, it's a good show to just have fun with. But if you're looking for something cohesive or a nice story, nah, this ain't it, dog. This is not it. You better just stick to other stories if you're looking for that. But I think if you just want something nice to pass the time, yeah, this is, you have some fun with it. So let me know your thoughts on Lazarus. Did you watch it? Did you have fun with it? What was your thoughts? How did you enjoy it? Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.